Hello guys, it's me again, and today I'm about to use some very epic matches. Let's dive into it. Hydra's the main character. Now Hydra here is just watching. Right now we see Hydra here just waiting. And now he's coming in for the kill on Blip instead. Looks like Blip tries to make a rush except fails. There's a nice little flip there. Looks like Blip gets hit. Blip's hurt. What happened to Blip? Someone hurt Blip, unfortunately. Blip, the tiny menace with a lot of power. This means trouble. We see plenty of bots in this arena. Hydra's one of them. Blip's one of them. Bronco's one of them. Bloodspurt's one of them. Claw Viper's one of them. Axolot's one of them. Endgame's one of them. M94's one of them. Bloodspurt's one of them. Beta's one of them. Fact, there are so many bots in this arena. 9 of them. It's going to be so tough in order to keep track of who the winner will be. In fact, it looks like there was a nice little flip there from Hydra to Claw Viper. Claw Viper here is going to get clawed out. And it looks like Beta's done for. Beta's done. Right now we see Hydra here. Just going to keep trying to flip him all he can. Blip here is just so low yet so high to the ground. I can't even imagine Blip here with a very low to the ground wedge, yet also a pretty high to the ground flipper. Hydra here has a very low to the ground flipper, and you got Blip, who also has a low to the ground flipper, who actually has a high to the ground flipper. That's why it's really tough to flip others. But for Hydra, no hesitation. As we can see of Hydra right now. Hydra here, looking left, looking right, makes a flip on Axolotl. There's going to be a very nice shot and a nice flip there from Hydra onto Blip. Blip here is down. He's done. He's done for. In fact, Blip can't do anything. Blip is hurt. And there was a very powerful flipping shot there. As we can see, Blip is struggling desperately to self-right. We see Chomp here. A very powerful bot and another nice little flip there. And another little flip there. Blip here keeps on flying around. This means trouble here. As we can see. And right now we see that those forks and a nice little flip there from Blip. Does he think he'll go away scot-free for battling Hydra and trying to succeed? Not at all. Not a chance. And the nice little flip there again. We got Hydra here. Really angered at Blip. And there's a nice little flip there. Blip is stuck on the upper deck right now, as we can see. And Blip, at least he comes down. Unfortunately, unlike Bronco, who never came down. Now we see Hydra here, looking like he might want to flip Blip there. And there's a nice slow flip there. Blip is on his back already again. And meanwhile, we see Blip here, just going to keep trying on a nice little flip there from Bronco. And now we see Blip's back on his wheels again, except not for long. Blip is just the most airborne bot. And right now we see uppercuts also spawned. And there's a nice little dual decker flip there. And another nice little flip there. Blip is gonna go down. Maybe it'll be Hydra. That was a pretty nice flip there from Blip. In fact, Hydra's mad about it. Hydra's nice flip there from Hydra. Hydra flipped Blip and now he's spinning around, flying, in fact. Blip here. And another nice little flip from Hydra. After all, Blip... Whoa, what just happened? Thanks to that pulverizer, Blip's back in game. And meanwhile, we see Blip here just makes an epic flip there to Hydra. Hydra's on his back. Hydra can't do anything except he's self-rated, luckily. Although we see Blip here makes an attempted flip there. And now we see Hydra Also gonna try and make attempted flips right now. And another nice attempt there from Blip, except Hydra self-rights at the first second. And another nice little flip there. We see Tombstone. We see Bronco. We see Hydra. We see Blip. The tiny yet menacing guy. And a nice little flip there from Bronco. Bronco's done. He's finished. He's gonna get destroyed probably. Because right now we see Hydra with all those forks. Looking pretty menacing right now. We see Bronco also gonna try to be menacing right now. Except he instead fails terribly. There's a nice flip there from Bronco. And it looks like he'll be a failing flip. Oh, he'll fail that flip for a fact. He'll fail that flip for a fact. Without doubt, tongue twister. I have to say teeth and mouth twister. Very shocking flip there from Hydra. And a nice little flip there. Bam. He's on the ground right now. So there's a nice little flip there. And right now we see Hydra, who's enraged and inflamed, flipping the great beast. And the great beast lands on his back and he tries to self-right. Unfortunately, he fails. So then you got Hydra, the beast, called the Hydra. We see Hydra here, just looking like he's gonna keep trying to flip that flipper. Wait, Hydra just flipped himself upside down. This is insane. Meanwhile, we got Bronco here, pretty mad and upset about that. What a near flip there from Bronco. So meanwhile, we got Hydra here, instead being the master of flipping right now. Also, Blip is one of them too. Very powerful bots so far. Because right now we see Hydra and an epic flip there from Hydra. Tossing Bronco all across the arena. This is bad for Bronco, but good for Hydra. Hydra here is just a flipping master instead. And a nice little flip there. Hydra's on his wheels from in the air, and now Bronco's in the air. And right now we see Bronco struggling to self-right. Now a nice flip there from Hydra. Hydra flips him over again. This means trouble. As we can see Bronco here, looking very ferocious. Except Hydra's more ferocious. After all, Bronco here can't do anything instead. A nice polarizing shot there. The Pulverizer did the same thing with Blip, and that's why he self-righted. And it did the same thing with Bronco, too. This is insane. And right now we see Bronco, and he's in the air already from the second he tried to get down from the upper deck. And now we see Bronco's in the air. And Bronco's getting flipped around over and over again. A nice little flip there. Bronco's on his back instead. And there's a nice flip instead of landing on his wheels. And he finally did land on his wheels. It looks like Hydra here is just looking the best of all right now. And a nice little shot from Hypershock. You see Hydra here taking all the rage on Bronco. And he also got Slammo too. Gonna try to keep on releasing all that rage right now. Except there might be a chance for Hydra. And now Hydra's gotten him picked up by Slammo. Slammo here just looking pretty upset right now. And there was a missed flip there and a nice flip there from Bronco to Blip. Blip here flips Bronco. Bronco flips Blip and then Hydra flips Bronco and Bronco disappears, unfortunately. We got Blip here looking like a master, and there's a nice little flip there. Blip is gone, except he's back in the game. From being airborne to being back in the game. And right now we see a very epic attempt to flip Hydra. And a nice attempt there. Blip keeps on attempting, and another nice attempt there. And right now we got Hydra here looking very mad right now. We see Gigabyte and a nice little flip there from Hydra to Blip. Blip here can barely concentrate with all this power right now, it's going to be very, very tough right now for Blip. Or maybe it's going to be tough for Hydra. Hydra's going flying. Very powerful shot there. And now we see Hydra here looking pretty deadly right now. And we can see Blip here also going to try to look deadly. Except there's a nice flip there. And right now we see that Hyper Shock here is going to take dominance in this arena. Although it might be Hydra who will take it. Because right now we see Blip here looking pretty bad right now. Blip's in terrible shape. In terrible condition. Blip can't self-right. Blip's down and he's done. And there's a nice little shot there. Gigabyte tosses Blip. And right now we see Hydra here gets flipped by Blip. And he's already down on the ground. And a nice little flip to that flipper. That flipper is upside down right now. And right now we see that 6-wheel drive doing pretty good. As we can see Blip also doing pretty good too. And there's a nice little shot. And that's the end of the match. So thank you for watching and we hope you subscribe.